Fireteam, we've encountered a strain of Xenos mutated by the pathogen. Colonel Ship wants us to find and secure their source. We can't let the mutant brood escape those ruins. The whole moon could be contaminated.
Weather's shit down there. Those high mountain passes, wind funnels. Be ready for chop.
We need to lock this outbreak down before the mutants can spread. Esther's scanning the layout and Doc Honecker's trying to analyze. Hostiles closing! Esther, you got us a path through here?
There is a clear path, though indirect. Continue your descent.
Proceed inward, Fireteam.
Stop! That bladder is filled with volatile gases.
Shit, probably more ahead.
Fireteam, the spore cloud ahead is toxic.
Find a way around it, people.
Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound. Bypassing death.
Movement! Can't lock it! Watch for a stalker!
Nice! An aid kit.
Wish we didn't have to, but you need to set up another comm repeater. You're pretty far in, and that slop seems to absorb EM.
Sentry's ready to go. Sentry deployed. Grabbing ammo.
You should read us better now. Them sphincters puckered, fire team!
Rearming.
pendejos than I figured.
Rearming.
Air quality warning. Spores block some paths.
Watch for those explosive bags. Santos has been watching my feed on Endeavor. He's not the only one. Half the platoon's listening, like it's the World Cup or something. Big wave! Eyes front! Got a vague return! Likely a stalker!
Bypassing deck.
There's a big chamber ahead, the heart of the ruin. Take the center tunnel. Dios.
The center of the complex.
All right.
The source of the mutants.
Grabbing ammo.
How many of these pathogen jars are leaking? Fire team, ship wants the area secured. That shit needs to be burned or contained or... Fuck, I don't know.
If we can gauge the amount present, that will determine viable
go.
options.
Listen up, fire team. Rig a motion tracker and get us a sonar profile.
The mutants will detect the pulse. They will be hostile.
Deployed.
Make it happen. This is why you get hazard pay.
Sentry gun ready. Rock. Charging the deck.
Yep, everything just lit up. Hold fast, Marines. Mutant brutes, keep moving! Something big's approaching your position. Eye center.
Don't worry. It's just a flesh wound.
The mother of the mutant brood.
Rip her a new one!
Queen is wounded. Perhaps you could knock loose sections of chitin.
Fire team, try to blast off her armor!
The diversity of life that pathogen can affect is troubling. Greater precautions seem called for.
Carry on. You're in Echo Company, Santos' platoon. He's a good Marine. Learn from him. Report to your platoon leader.
I regret that I'm not allowed in the field. We told it was a Marine who claimed Katonga was scuttled. Sadly, yes. General Colonial Marine of the Colonial Protection Act was passed to prevent such things from happening again. And Commissars was initially formed to monitor outside influences on the Corps. There were no reported sightings, not in any star system visited by humans, and not recorded by any vessel in transit. Most likely, Weyland-Yutani moved Katanga to a location in deep space, far off the shipping lanes. They used it as an ant farm to breed experimental stock. When the company wanted to accelerate their experiments at Paula Station, they moved it here. Seegson reported something unusual on the far side of the planet from their settlement. It became the focus of the entire colony's efforts. The Xenomorph outbreak began at that remote site and spread back to the main complex. The colonists ultimately abandoned the surface and fled to Katanga. Some evacuees proved to be infected and the infestation flared up again. There was discord among the survivors. Unspecified personal grievance. Forgive us if we do. Biomes had begun to collapse for lack of pollination. Acidic soil and water were spreading, and the atmosphere was growing over-oxygenated, which made it perfect for the mass importation of Earth livestock. Judging by the embryo gene lines in their...
Yeah, I wish I could give you some extra training. Bring me back something nice.
Herrera cheats at cards. You know that, right?
There have been an atypical number of gamma-ray bursts near Galactic Center since we departed O'Neill Station. I find that quite curious. He was assigned to Palace Station, a Weyland-Yutani research facility on the surface of LV-895. The Palace Station team developed weapons from Xenomorph XX-121. In particular, they explored the effects of a mutagenic agent. Xenomorphs and other test subjects were loosed by a containment breach. The majority of the staff perished. Unclear. Small amounts were delivered by the company. The science team was not told its origin. They referred to it as pathogen. As biogenetics is not Dr. Honecker's specialty, he is unable to provide details. No, his degree is in archaeology. He claims he was lured here by the promise of access to alien artifacts. Pardon. To be clear, I refer to artifacts from a technologically advanced alien civilization, not xenomorphs. Given that humanity has never recorded conclusive evidence of a tool using alien civilization, Dr. Honecker was understandably intrigued. Dr. Honecker and some of his colleagues fled Pala Station in a shuttle. It launched on a pre-programmed course to Katanga. Unfortunately, 2 creatures stowed aboard. They killed one, and you met the other, the mutated xenomorph he called Monica. The doctor was the only survivor. You are familiar with the xenomorph reproductive process? It was gestated within a woman named Monica. Dr. Honecker seems unwilling to discuss it further. There was discord between the science team and Weyland-Yutani's manager, Administrator Bellows. In particular, Mr. Bellows ordered the use of human convicts to breed xenomorphs. Dr. Honecker doubtless hoped we had taken his employers into custody to face charges.
Are all the showers public? Yeah, I'm not real comfortable with that. So, Esther said I should explain the pathogen for you. The genetically engineered mutagen Pala Station experimented with. Weyland-Yutani provided a jar of it, but never said where they got it from. Now I know it was from those ruins you found. The animals we used pathogen on got faster, stronger, more durable, but crazy aggressive too. The company wanted financially viable mutations. When Administrator Bellows arrived, he had pathogen tested on xenomorphs, and that's when everything went off the rails. That was the lab's consensus theory. Genetically engineered nanobiotech, definitely artificial, unbelievably complex. Way beyond any technology they'd seen. Someone designed it to do what it does. Someone a hell of a lot smarter than us. Well, I'm an anthropologist, so anything I tell you I got secondhand. I may not remember it right. The team had 2 xenobiologists. Cruz thought pathogen unraveled the telomeres in DNA, then swapped around sections of code. And Pryor thought it activated alleles and non-coding DNA. They couldn't figure out why mutations weren't 100% consistent. It was Etienne who came up with the theory that pathogen can blend the host's DNA with that of viruses or bacteria in their body. Never. Matthews thought its ability to enter cells was blocked or inhibited by polysaccharides, cell walls, like in plant or fungal life. Animal species never have cell walls, at least none we've seen. That's been true on every planet we've surveyed. We didn't get a choice. Bellows put his own synths in charge of security. He had xenoeggs. He could have done whatever he wanted with us. If it makes any difference, the last surviving pathogen experiment was Monica. The gray-striped xeno you killed on Katanga. We never found a way to safely dispose of it. Critters mutated by it we could kill. Pathogen itself? I don't know. The safest thing is to leave it in those jars. They're pretty tough.
Esther says my backroom stock is unhealthy. Too much salt, fat, and sugar. Look, I love S, really. I'm just saying, maybe don't take everything that really matters. 2, anywhere we land, settlement's important. Yet they give you a can of beige meat as part of the terraforming process. Years of rain, at the end they have, if they let employees, another company might send some very... Yo, is it legal? I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem. But if it's legal, I'll need you to file a requisition for...
See those quick release straps on your armor? That's if you're hit by acid. Keep your head. After the Frontier War in '84, everyone wised up on how the megacorps ran things out here. Weyland-Yutani was the big instigator. Illegal experiments, colony sabotage for insurance payouts. The company looks out for itself. Its money, its secrets, its execs. If we're keeping those safe, Wayland loves the Corps. If they think we're working against them, they'll fuck us over and smile when they do it. Remember that. Come on, you kidding? That was only... fuck. Yeah, a boot like you would have been a baby. Goddamn, you're making me feel old. Weyland-Yutani tried to provoke a shooting war between the United Americas and the Proggies, the Union of Progressive Peoples. Attacked each side, tried to frame the other. The company had collaborators in our own brass, staff officers on the take, Joint Chiefs boosting their stock portfolios. Oh, we had to clean house after the war. Last century, sure, before the Frontier War. When I joined up, we was practically mercenaries hired out by the UA Assembly. Some factory goes on strike, execs ask politicians to send in the Corps, bust up some heads. Lab experiment gets loose, send in the Corps to sweep up. Pour that boss down enough, you get a serious fucking morale problem. Too big to jail. Can't sanction them without pissing off all of Europe and Outer Soul. In the three-world empire, Weyland-Yutani's like a third of the economy. They run a bunch of government services. Tu sabe, privatization? Even provide military contractors to shore up the regular military. Every couple years, some of the execs and middle managers fuck up too big for the company to gloss over, or Parliament to ignore. They get tossed out on their ass. That's all the justice you can expect. The Colonial Protection Act says Marines got authority out here. We can do whatever's necessary to protect civilians, from Xenos or from corporations. If Wayland's fucking around, we can drop the hammer on them. They give us lip, we can make it fat. Uncle Sam and Doña Juanita got our backs. All megacorps can get fucked with the same crowbar. They lose money, I smile.